President-elect Joe Biden planning to hit the ground running.
Yeah, the Biden-Harris transition team has released the schedule for their first full day in office. It includes signing executive orders and a swearing in of day one presidential appointees. Some members of Biden's National Security Council are already scheduled to be at the White House when Biden gets sworn in. Unlike cabinet members, NSC staff do not require Senate approval. But before he takes office, it's of course the big ceremony at the Capitol, and we are talking about the presidential inauguration.
And this year, the inauguration will look very different. You just need to take in the sights this morning before anyone's in attendance to see the spaced out seating and just a different picture altogether. So we are joined by Arizona Congressman Greg Stanton, who is giving us a look ahead at the ceremony today. And Congressman, on top of the pandemic precautions, there is a big difference in this inauguration. And that is that the outgoing president will not be taking part. So how do you expect Joe Biden to address that in his comments today?
Well, first, what a great day for America. What a great day for our state of Arizona. It's a history-making day, and I expect President-elect and soon-to-be President Biden to deliver a message of unity today. We have to come together as a country if we're going to successfully defeat this virus. And obviously, that's job one. With his administration, working closely with Congress in a bipartisan way, is to significantly ramp up our efforts to fight this virus. Number one, get the vaccines to the American people much more quickly, do a lot more testing, work a lot more with our seniors across the country. There's a lot of work to do, and we're going to get started right away. But today is a great day for America and a history-making day.
Congressman, in regards to the inauguration today, what will be different that you think you will miss the most?
Well, look, if you're going to be involved in politics, you love people and you love seeing people and seeing the large crowds, et cetera. And so it's going to be sad, the fact that it has to be such a scaled down ceremony in light of public health concerns. It's the right choice, obviously, by the Biden administration. And I should note what a grace note it was yesterday when the president and vice president elect came to Washington. And the first thing they did was to honor and remember people that have died because of this horrible virus. And to say to the families of those that have lost loved ones, we care about you. We notice you. You're important to this country. And those words that President-elect Biden said yesterday, that in order to heal, you have to remember. What a beautiful grace note on behalf of the American people yesterday.
On the same note of healing, the nation's still healing or trying to grapple with what happened in the United States Capitol on January 6th. Of course, a personal experience for you. So what are your thoughts as you look back a couple of weeks removed from that incident? And how are you feeling about the investigations moving forward and also the security measures currently in place?
Well, sadly and tragically, we can never say that in America we're going to have a peaceful transfer of power, because that insurrection, that riot was an attempt to defeat a democracy, but the rioters lost and the American people won. And today is going to happen at noon. There is going to be a transfer of power to the person that was rightfully elected by the American people. Obviously, I'm, because I was on the House floor at the moment the rioters tried to enter the House of Representatives floor. I was next up to give a speech. It put my life at risk, other members of Congress, our staffs, the support personnel in the United States House that work so hard to keep American democracy running. And there needs to be a full investigation. And by the way, no one should be immune from this investigation. And that includes members of Congress. So if the evidence shows, I know there was reports of at least some members of Congress seeking pardons themselves because of the role that they played in organizing and inciting the crowds. There should be no exceptions for members of Congress. If you played a role in organizing that event and inciting that crowd to riot at the Capitol, you should face the full force of the law. That includes criminal sanction as well as civil liability. Accountability is important.
Congressman, just a few seconds left. I think no matter what side of the aisle you're on, I think people are tired of the division, both in D.C. and across the country. Do you think that can be healed this year?
Yes, and I think Joe Biden taking the presidency, someone who has a strong track record of working in a bipartisan way, I think is the right leader at the right time. And the major challenges facing this country, number one, successfully defeating this virus. Things like climate change, having a real strong infrastructure plan for America, immigration reform, which is so important to the people of Arizona. We have a broad agenda that can only be accomplished by working in a bipartisan way. So that's how we're going to come together as a country. That's how we're going to heal, is through unity. And this is such an important time to get that done.
Representative Greg Stanton, thank you so much for sharing some
Thank
time
you.
with us today on this very significant day.
Thank you.